Welcome. We're going to do a 20-minute level 1 practice, but it's all going to be on the feet. So this is something you can do anywhere. You don't need a bunch of space. You don't need even to have your mat. I'm not using my mat. I'm not even going to take my sandals off today just because of the rocky terrain. So this is just something you can take with you anywhere, anytime. And again, it's nice and gentle, so it's nothing that's going to be too strenuous, just something to really open up your body and make you feel good head to toe. So let's just start with a moment, as always, to come inward and be present. Maybe this is the first time you've noticed yourself all day long, so I want you just to take that moment and drink it all in. We're going to start with a couple of sun breaths just to get our blood flowing and our breath moving and everything in sync and in tune with one another. So we'll start here with our deep inhalation and exhalation. Making sure that breath is moving nice and deep and slow and mindfully. And take a full in-breath through the nose. And with the out-breath, bend the knees and come down into your forward fold. This one is going to be nice and slow. So as you come into that fold, relax your head heavy. Shake it out. Give a couple of gentle sways side to side. We'll come to our flat back from here, opening the chest, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening your spine. And now we're going to bend our knees a little bit and just slide the hands up onto the thighs and take the tail into the sky, shoulders away from the ears into a standing cow. Let your heart and gaze come forward. As you're breathing out, you're rounding the tail under, guiding the chin to the chest. Maybe you're going to move a little bit here, press into one shoulder blade and into the other. And take the tail to the sky again. Open up with your in-breath, heart and gaze forward again. Exhale, round the tail, chin to the chest. And I want you to take a few more of these at your pace. I'm playing with the postures and movements within them, just making it your own. And take one more round. Last standing cow as you breathe in, and as you're breathing out, bowing down. Forward fold. And start to push down into both of the feet evenly. Let yourself slowly come up to stand. Up the midline, into the sky, softening the shoulders. Lengthening the spine. And we'll get a little more fluid with our sun breaths here now. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Half lift. Take your inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, fold it back down. And push into the feet, lengthening the legs, lengthening the spine, lengthening the arms overhead. And exhale, back and down through the arms, bending the knees and returning to your fold. Half lift, in breath. Fold forward, out breath. Rooting down, pushing into the earth. Feeling those dual energies, of you rooting and you rising. Arms back and down with the out breath. Bend the knees and fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Push down. And rise up. Now let's take one more round and take a few variations this time again. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. So you might feel the urge to walk your fingertips around your body here just to help you go a little further into the low back, into the sides of your legs. As you come back to your center, hands to the shins as you lengthen out the legs, lengthen out the spine, into flat back. And take a bend to the right knee and move the right hand to the left shin. We're exhaling, left hand to the sky. Feel that slight press into the left outer hip. If you need to go further into this feeling, you're going to slide your bottom hand even lower. Take our in-breath back to center, both legs long again. Now the left knee's bending. Left hand on the right shin. Exhale, right hand into the air. We'll take our inhale back to center. Exhale, let the knees bend back into your forward fold. This time we're going to hook our thumbs and start to take your in-breath, reach the fingers over to the right side and sweep them all the way up into the sky. Let those fingers sweep around to your left side, down toward the earth as you exhale, and back to the right and up. And keep with that circular motion. Exhale, arms to your left side and down. To the right side and up. Inhaling, exhale, left and down. So we're going to switch the direction. Left side with the in-breath and up. Exhale, right and down. Left and up with the in-breath. Right and down with the out-breath. Good. Come back into your forward fold or taking our out breath and pushing down through the feet. Coming all the way up to stand. We're going to start to lift the right heel off of the ground as we're doing this. Hands settling onto your hips for a moment and just letting your head stack last. Nice still gaze. Okay, so we want to make sure we're feeling nice and solid in that left foot. If you can lift your right toes off of the ground, we'll take the bent knee into the hand. And just draw a few gentle circles with that right knee. If you can take the movement, you might hold a chair or a table or a railing or a tree, whatever you have close for a little stability. And we'll take those circles in the opposite direction. Good, last circle here. I'm going to take this right foot and step it halfway back. It's just a small step. You want to feel like your feet are about hip distance. Your hips are still facing in the direction of the short end of your mat. And you can relax your shoulders down. Now you're welcome to keep your hands free here. You might feel you want to open your chest a little bit and take your forearms behind you. If you want to open your chest and shoulders quite a bit, you have the space to do so. You can interlace your fingers. But if you can't comfortably lengthen out your arms and really get nice and long and spacious and relax the shoulders down, then this is too much. You're just going to take your forearms instead. So lift up the chest, lift up your gaze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're trying to draw the belly in to give us a little space to fold forward. Coming down over this front leg. If your hands are interlaced, you're going to send them over your head toward the earth. Just try and settle into this as much as your body's enabling you to. If your front knee is telling you it needs to stay bent, then let it stay bent. Try and stabilize yourself by extending the back leg nice and long, or as long as you can. And take the hands toward the lower back. And stack your palms on your front thigh for a moment, coming to flat back. And step your back foot forward, bend both knees, come down into a forward fold. Take a little movement if it feels needed or wanted. Okay, let's take a flat back from here. Nice deep breath in. Breathing out, knees are bending, folding forward. I'm starting to push down into the feet. Letting our left heel slowly lift off of the ground. And we're coming into our balance on this side. So as always, you're welcome to keep grounded. It's too much to lift the knee and take circles, but you want to open the hip. You could just turn those toes out a little bit to the side, turn the knee out to the side, and just hang out here, okay? If you feel like those toes are willing and happy to lift up, you can take the bent knee and start to draw circles, 3 in each direction. Beautiful. That left foot is stepping just a small step back. So it's not a full step as you would for warrior. About hip distance, so you still feel nice and open in your hips. Take your arms where they want to be to your sides, just so they can kind of dangle to the earth. Or they might be even supporting you in staying lifted a little bit in the posture. Or again, you can take your forearms or interlace your fingers here and take a nice deep breath in. We're gazing upward regardless of where your hands are. And exhaling into our fold. Okay, so think about pulling in and up through the belly. Listening to the front knee and bending it if it needs to. Softening the head down heavy as you gaze back to the front knee. You can take your hands toward your low back if they're interlaced. And I'm going to stack them on the front thigh for a moment, coming to a flat back. Step the back foot forward, bend both knees, and come down into your forward fold. Come into our flat back. Here you're going to heel toe your feet about as wide as your mat, or a little wider than your hips, toes turning outward. And just feeling out your body. Your hands might want to stay on your thighs as you come down toward the earth and then back up, depending on the space available in your knees, in your hips. You're going to keep this as high or as low as you need it. And if you're comfortable sinking down into full squat, let yourself come on down to the earth and settle your way into the posture for a few breaths. If you're happy to sink down, palms can come together at the heart to encourage the knees to push open a little bit more with the elbows. Ensure you're keeping lots of space, your shoulders are relaxed, your crown is reaching tall, your tail is sinking low. If you're feeling you don't need this attention in your hips, but you need it more in your back, you could send your arms forward, fingertips to the earth, head bowing. All right, let's take another full breath. And seeing if you can push into the feet, maybe use your hands to help you. Let the legs lengthen out. Just slowly roll your spine up to stand. Let your feet walk their way back to a comfortable stance. I want you to move your body here how it needs to move, okay? And this might be pressing into your hips a little bit. Rolling your ankles, rolling your wrists. Just try and feel out the whole body. Now bringing one last moment of attention into the shoulders and neck. Now you're welcome to have your hands resting at your sides and take a nice deep breath in and allow your head to tip over to the right side. Now if that's not enough intensity, you could take that further by taking your hands behind you and letting the fingers interlace and lengthening out the arms. This is just going to help to bring a little more length into the muscle on the left side, so you'll find greater intensity. Take the inhale, lift the head through center, and exhale over to your opposite side. Take the head all the way through center as you breathe in. Release your hands. We're taking our chin toward the chest here, so just letting the head hang forward for a moment. Taking some nice deep breaths into the back of the neck, and if you need that to be a little deeper, you're going to interlace your fingers and just place your hands at the back of your head. Good. Release your hands. Take your inhale. Lift the head back through center. Take the shoulders up toward the ears, back and down. Let your heart lift. Let your gaze lift. And then settle your way back to neutral. I want you to take a moment here and just ask your body if there's anything else you need today. And if there is, I invite you to take it. If there's nothing else your body is craving, then I invite you to take some time here, whether you feel the urge to sit for a moment or a few moments in meditation. Maybe you feel like you want to lay onto the back and take shavasana as we typically do. Maybe you feel the urge to take legs up the wall for a little while. Even just sitting somewhere comfortably in silence. I'm just trying to tune in to the sounds and the smells and the sensations around you. Any way that you can just be with yourself for a few moments, I encourage you to do it. Okay, so tune into your intuition, see what is needed or wanted, and maybe it's a combination of a couple of things I mentioned, and complete your practice however suits you today. So thank you so much for joining me as always. It's my pleasure to be able to come to such beautiful places and bring you yoga. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.